Bonjour! Welcome to a new session of Learning French with Merlyn. Merlyn with a Y. I promised you 3 things: vocabulary building, pronunciation, and trust me, you'll have fun. To make it more interesting, I'll also be sharing snippets of my life in France and French culture. So let's begin with our new session. In this session, we'll be starting from letter R in French, and then we'll go up to Z. So this is part 3 of our alphabets session, and we'll be done with alphabets by today. So let's begin. The letter R is a very tricky one. It's pronounced as R. Now it's not air. Did you hear it? Air. That is because we are really rolling our tongue, and you have to pronounce the letter from the epiglottis, from this portion of your throat. R. R. I'm going to stress on this a little more so that you get it. So the first word we'll be talking about is rouge. Rouge. When you're starting to learn French, right? Start by saying air. Air. But keep practicing air at home. Anytime you're walking around, keep saying air. Air. So that will help you. Also, another word that you could practice to get better with the pronunciation of R is au revoir. Now this word is very interesting and very much used also. Au revoir. Au revoir means bye. Even though it doesn't start with R, I've chosen this word because it has 2 R's in it, and both of them are pronounced. So you will really have to put an effort to try and pronounce the word. And if you get this, you can pronounce any other word with R's. So au revoir. Au revoir. Okay, that's how it's pronounced. It means bye. It's just bye in English. Look at how lengthy it is in French. Au revoir. So you might wonder, why are we making these words so long? Well, that's how it is. That's how the language is, and it gets easy once you start saying it. When you greet a French person, they won't tell you au revoir. They'll say it so fast that it sounds like au revoir, au revoir. That's all you will hear, right? But when we are practicing, we'll say au revoir, au revoir. Okay? So that's the second word I'm teaching you with R. S. S pour souris, souris. T. T pour télévision, télévision. Now again you see accents, right? Accent on top of the E's. It's so that you don't pronounce it as télévision, and it's télévision. Okay? Next one is U. The letter U is pronounced as U in French. U. Université. Université. The letter V is V. V. V pour vélo. Vélo. V pour voiture. Voiture. Again, you see OI is pronounced as wa and not oi. So it's voiture. W. Now this is interesting. In English, it's called double U. Break it, double U, because it has 2 U's. It looks like 2 U's. But in French, it's W, double V's. Why? Because when you are young, you might write W with looking like 2 U's. But later on, you will see that it's always written as 2 V's. So when you translate the letter W, exact translation means double V. Just like English, it's double U. Here it's double V. So it's W. W. Just like the English have taken a lot of words from French into the language, the French have also taken a few words from English into the French language. So just like we have, in English we have borrowed the word, for example, rouge. Rouge that you apply on your cheeks is a French word. Rouge means red. The one in French, it means red. In English, it's something you apply on your cheeks. So similarly, the French have taken a few words from English too. One of them is weekend, and has the same meaning as that in English. W pour weekend. Another one, wagon. The next letter is X. In French, the letter X is X. X pour xylophone. Y is pronounced as Y. Now again you see there's a ch sound, you would have heard it. So slowly you will get it, but when you're initially starting, learn it as Y. The alphabet sounds complicated, but when you're pronouncing it, it's the same way you do in English. Yaourt. The phonetic sound that you hear is Y. That's it. Okay? So, Y pour yaourt. Z. In any language, when you're talking about Z, you will only think of one thing. Zebra. So we do the same here in French too. Z pour zèbre. Now you see another accent there, right? It's not the ones we saw on éléphant and télévision. It's something else. It's the opposite. It's going from top to bottom. This is another accent called accent grave. We'll learn about that in our next videos. So we have completed all the letters, and that's great. And we also learned words along with it, which is great because we have built vocabulary and we've learned how to pronounce those words with all the sounds and everything included. Let's just revise the letters R to Z slowly. I will repeat and you can repeat after me. I will leave a small gap for you to repeat them. R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Let's go into the summary of the words quickly. Rouge, au revoir, souris, télévision, université, vélo, voiture, week-end, wagon, xylophone, yaourt, zèbre. Well, that's it. I hope you had fun. We've learned alphabets from A to Z and we've learned at least 20 words along with them. At least. So in our next session, we'll be starting off with greetings. How do you greet someone in French when you just meet them? So we'll look at that in the next session. Happy learning. Merci et au revoir.